All right. Well, hey, man, let's get into it. Let me go here. And again, we'll pull up a comment there. Yes, yes. UNC on top. UNC on top. My man. Thanks for support. My man's been waiting for the last hour. We were going back and forth waiting for the show here. All right. So, Diego, man, go ahead and give us your take, man. What happened? You seem pretty confident that Duke was going to pull it out. I was very confident that Carolina was going to win this game, just based on last game and how they've been playing. I know they were both top 10 teams, but again, it was picks for me. It wasn't personal; it was picks. I like Duke a lot, but I just did not see them winning this game at all. But give us your take, man. What happened?
Yeah, well, I was really confident they were gonna win, but I don't really think they won mostly like they won in the first game because I think
Mhm.
we contained Baycott
Okay.
for a lot of game. Baycott didn't really dominate like he did in the first game.
Okay.
Um, uh, Cormac Ryan really died. He had like 31 points.
Yeah.
We couldn't stop him. We contained R.J. Davis a little bit. He
Mhm.
got a couple buckets, but we contained their 2 stars, but just we couldn't stop him. And Harris Ingram had a good game too for them. But I don't know, man. We never led for a second of the game. We
Nah.
cut it down to one about
Yep.
5 minutes into the second, but then they went on a run and then um never got past like three. So
Never.
we
Never.
just couldn't get over the hump, and we lost to them twice this year. So
Mhm.
that's not
Yeah. Yeah.
good.
Right. So UNC, Carolina, they are the regular season champs here, so they'll be hanging a banner for
Regular
that.
season, yeah,
And then we'll go into I don't know.
regular.
I think it's going to probably be the same story as we go into the ACC tournament, but we'll actually touch on that. Let's touch on that for a little bit. And for as far as the comments, keep those coming. We will address comments per each segment as we finish each segment. So definitely throw those in. And if you have any questions for us at any time, throw those in as well. But yeah, man, this game again, I was very confident just with the style of play. It's just Carolina is not a good matchup for Duke. The guards are too quick. Duke's guards are kind of heavy
No,
footed to me.
their guards aren't that quick though. They were just making threes. Like
Well,
our guards could get to the cup too. You didn't watch the whole game, so you didn't see. So you didn't see when our guards were.
I did.
Doing
I had it right here on my tab as I was preparing our slides for the show. I had I
Mhm.
had the game right here, so I was
Our
watching.
guards
So
were
you
making
can't call me out
plays.
with that. You can't call me
Jeremy
out with
Kane
that.
was making plays. Jeremy Roach was making more plays in the second half. He wasn't that good in the first half. And
Mm-hmm.
Proctor was pretty good for the whole game, but we just had some turnovers and stuff like that. That was
Mm-hmm.
messing up for us.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Hey, shout out to Aaron. Aaron said Duke lost today because of missed shots, turnovers, but props to Jared McCain. He had a heck of a game. Him and Kyle Flipowski. But Carolina was too good. They outplayed Duke. They had too many playmakers. So that was a comment from Aaron on IG on my other screen here.
And
But
you want to know a stat?
go ahead.
Cormac Ryan is 25 years old.
And I know that's a sore subject for you. I know that's a sore, but that kind of goes to my argument. So first, let me go back to the guard thing. Okay, so now Carolina has one guard that is lightning quick, but regardless of if you think their guards are fast or not, um, the Carolina guards are blowing by Duke no matter what. So
Not really.
they
It was only
Carolina got into the lane whenever they wanted to. They
it
got
was
into the lane whenever they wanted to.
it was only Elliot Cadeau that was driving past people. Jeremy Roach and Jared McCain could get past people too.
No,
They were doing it throughout the game a little bit.
they got whatever they want. It reminded me a lot of the Boston Celtic Denver game where Carolina clearly had plays they were running. They were getting easy shots, and Duke was taking tough shots. It was
Yeah,
very similar to that. And
they
even
didn't
when
make that.
even when Duke made their run, and Carolina was never in trouble because they were getting whatever they wanted out there. So they totally had control of the game, even when Duke cut it to one. They just had control of it. So it's just a bad matchup. I mean, Duke is a top 10 team. Duke, depending on the matchups that they get, heck, Duke could win the ACC tournament because UNC doesn't match up well with some of the other teams in the ACC. So somebody might knock Carolina out, and Duke could easily win the ACC tournament. And then in the NCAA tournament, the same thing can happen as far as matchups. So Carolina is just a bad matchup for Duke. They just don't match up well with them. Just like there are other teams that are really bad matchups for Carolina. So
Yeah,
I think that's the key there.
I'll
And
have to adjust just in case we see them again.
yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what you can do. I mean, so what? So is there any? Are there any adjustments?
They're beatable. It's not like they're not beatable. They're not that good of a team. Like
Well,
we can beat them, but we just have to. I don't know. We just haven't figured out the sauce yet to beat this particular team.
yeah,
With
again, I just think they have, they've got Baycock, they've got the other guy that's 25. They have a lot of seasoned people. Yes, is Carolina the best team in college basketball? No, they're not. But it's about the matchup. I think just that matchup is awful for Duke. That's just not a good matchup. The way that they match up. But looking at some of the questions and comments on Instagram, got a lot of junk talking. It's all good. Thoughts on officiating by Kip. Diego, what's your thoughts on the officiating of the game tonight?
The officiating,
Mhm.
they probably should have called a foul on Filipowski later in the game, but,
Okay.
he had 4 fouls, so they didn't wanna kick him out in the
Ah,
last
yeah,
last few
yeah.
minutes, so,
That's true. That's
um,
true. Yep, yep.
but
That's
I
a
don't
good point.
I don't think the officiating was fine. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
we just played bad.
yeah,
We
yeah,
just
yeah.
didn't play our best.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I
And
didn't
we were
notice.
so nervous for, like, the first half, like, it was like we were losing the ball and everything, like, we couldn't even
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, got off to a bad a bad start
Mhm.
for sure, for sure. So well, I do have to show now, had to prepare a lot of this in advance. He didn't take over the game as much, but again, your boy Baycock did make an appearance.
Man,
He
he did nothing, man. Filipowski and all them were locking him up. He didn't do anything. That was all, Cormac Ryan.
okay,
And
all quarterback right. And he played out of his mind.
he made,
Oh,
like he was, like, 6 of 8 for 3.
yeah. Oh, and by the way, the fellas at the barbershop all said hello. So they sent the text because they all pick Carolina this morning. All right. So keep the comments going. And yep, Kip said, well said. He agrees with you, Diego, on the officiating. So yeah, yeah.
Congratulations, Kip, for winning the regular season ACC. We'll get you back.
All right. All right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right.